At least 2 instances of demanding sexual favors in lieu of professional assistance. At least 15 incidents of sexual harassment that include 10 episodes of inappropriate touching, molestation that includes running hands over breasts, touching the navel, and several instances of intimidation including stalking and a shared sense of fear and trauma. These are the key allegations in 2 FIRs filed with the Delhi police on April 28th against Wrestling Federation of India chief and BJP MP Brij Bhushan Singh. Now, both the FIRs cite IPC sections 354 assault or criminal force to woman with intent to outrage her modesty, 354A sexual harassment, 354D stalking, and 34 common intent that carry a jail term of 1 to 3 years. The first FIR covers the allegations of 6 adult wrestlers and also names WFI Secretary Vinod Tomar. The second FIR is based on the complaint of a minor's father and also invokes Section 10 of the POCSO Act, which entails 5 to 7 years of imprisonment. These are the allegations according to the 2 FIRs filed. The minor's allegations, quote unquote, holding her tightly, pretending to get a picture clicked, the accused squeezed her towards himself, pressed hard on her shoulder, and then deliberately brushed her hands against her breasts. She clearly told the accused that she was not interested in having any sort of physical relationship and that he should stop stalking her. The minor's complaint filed by her father alleges that his daughter was completely disturbed. Sexual harassment by the accused continues to haunt her. The FIR concerning the 6 adult wrestlers alleges a series of Singh's inappropriate advances. Wrestler 1, quote unquote. One day while I was out for dinner in the hotel restaurant, the accused called me separately to his dinner table. To my utter shock and surprise, and without my consent, placed his hand on my breast and groped me and then slid his hand down to my stomach. To my disbelief, the accused did not stop there and again moved his hand upwards to my breast. He groped my breast and then slid down his hand to my stomach and then back to my breast repeatedly for 3 to 4 times. In Singh's WFI office, quote unquote, he started touching me inappropriately on my palm, knee, thighs and shoulders without my consent. I started shivering at that very moment. She added, while we were sitting, he was touching his legs against mine, touched my knees, he put his hand on my breast and slid it down my stomach on the pretext of examining, checking my breathing. His only intention was to touch me inappropriately with the intent to outrage my modesty. Wrestler 2, quote unquote. While I was lying down on the mat, the accused came near me and to my shock and surprise leaned in and in the absence of my coach, without seeking my permission, pulled up my t-shirt, placed his hand on my breast and slid it down my stomach on the pretext of examining, checking my breathing. Wrestler 2 added, on my visit to the Federation office, quote unquote, I was called into the room of the accused. My brother, who was accompanying me, was categorically asked to stay back. The accused, upon the departure of other persons, closed the door, pulled me towards himself and tried making forceful physical contact with me. Wrestler 3. He made me talk to my parents on the phone. Since that time I did not possess a personal mobile phone. The accused called me towards his bed where he was sitting, and then all of a sudden he hugged me forcefully without my permission. To further fulfill his sexual intentions, he also tried to bribe me by offering to buy me supplements which I may require as an athlete in exchange for sexual favors. Wrestler 4. Quote unquote, I was called by the accused, who pulled up my t-shirt and slid his hand down my stomach and put his hand on my navel on the pretext of checking my breath. Since the accused was always on the lookout to engage in inappropriate talk gestures, girls including myself collectively agreed to not go alone for breakfast, lunch or dinner. Wrestler 5. While I was standing in the last row for team photograph, the accused came and stood alongside me. I suddenly felt a hand on me. I was stunned by the actions of the accused. While they were highly indecent and objectionable and without my consent, when I tried moving away, I was forcibly held by my shoulder. Wrestler 6, quote unquote, On the pretext of getting a picture clicked with me, he pulled me towards him by my shoulder. To protect myself, I tried moving away from the accused. Since I was not comfortable with the behavior of the accused of forcing me, I, in order to escape his clutches, repeatedly resisted his attempts and tried to push him away, to which he threatened. ज़्यादा स्मार्ट बन रही है क्या? आगे कोई कंपटीशन नहीं खेलने क्या तूने? Acting too smart? You don't want to be considered for tournaments in the future? The incidents mentioned allegedly took place in India and overseas from 2012 to 2022.